All right, as we pick up on today's uh, Star Trek Navajo game, the crew of the Navajo, few of the officers, led by Lieutenant Knox, traveled down beneath the surface of the Gemulon colony site to an underwater facility where they believe a former alien race that long existed here uh, facility came to life as it caused a series of earthquakes that rocked the shoreline. With that, though, we are going to actually start the game off on the bridge of the Navajo. As Captain, you just lost contact with the away team.
Well, the prom will take a moment. Lieutenant Knox? Lieutenant Knox, are you reading us? And after a moment of getting nothing, this is not good. He'll tap his comm badge. Bridge engineering.
Engineering, Solak here.
There's Solak. I need a probe reconfigured so it can handle the heavy pressures down in that trench. I need eyes and ears on what's going on down there. Modify a probe as quickly as you can to handle the pressure. Use it to serve as both a communications link and an extension on our sensors. Get it done quickly, sir.
Acknowledged. And Solak will proceed with that order.
Anything else on the bridge?
Nope, that about covers it.
Meanwhile, in main engineering,
Does somebody want to roleplay as Archambault and somebody want to roleplay as Froten?
I'll do Archambault. I've done her before, so I'm kind of familiar with the character.
Okay. Dendar, do you want to be Froten?
Sure.
Play him however you want. He's just whatever. What's his race again? He's a what are they?
Bolian.
What are those? Bolian. He's Bolian. Yeah, he's Bolian. Solak approaches and he says, "All right, we have received orders. We are to configure a probe that will need to go down to the planet's surface to act as both a scanning and a communications beacon for the ship and with the planet's surface. Archambault, proceed with configuring the probe. Froten, you may assist her.
Got
This
it.
is a time-sensitive activity. Speed and efficiency are paramount."
How are you going to modify the probe? So I can give you a roll.
We will modify the probe. So, Captain, this is just out of character. This was a probe to create a communications beacon between the ship and the surface of the planet, right?
Between down in that trench where
Down in the trench, right?
we sent the away team. See if we can both extend our sensors down that far, kind of give us a boost on our sensor clarity down that far, and see if we can get if we get a communications boost, maybe we can get back. Maybe we can reestablish contact with the away team.
Okay. So this would need to be a probe that can go underwater and deal with the pressures of the water in the trench, while also maintaining a strong communication signal to the ship. So, items on the ship that are good for boosting communication. There's the communications array on the ship. There is the deflector array on the ship, which can potentially be modified so that way it can communicate more accurately with the probe. Probe modifications would have to be so that it can withstand the pressures of the planet while also being able to communicate with the ship. So the way that we'll modify the probe is that its communication can be routed through the deflector array, which would create a stronger signal. And as a result of that, we can maintain communication as it goes further down into the trench, into the planet. And then for the actual probe itself, we will modify its shields so that way it can withstand the pressures of the ocean water.
Sounds good, sir.
By the way, all of that was out of character.
Oh,
I was just speaking out loud. In character, Solak will state that as his options here. GM, does that make sense for you in terms of roles?
I will put it this way: I'll let you create this an advantage, and depending on how much you put into the trait in terms of potency, will depend on whether or not the probe survives.
Okay. Probes will increase its shields twofold.
Well, I'm gonna give you a roll first here. So this is gonna be because you're working at a fast pace, daring plus engineering. There is no assist from the ship on this one. So if you have a supporting character you wish to activate, you can.
Okay, well, we'll activate Archambault, and what we can do here is she will assist Solak.
Keep in mind, I will be switching back during this scene. I am switching back to the facility.
Okay.
So players who are technically in that portion may want to be careful if you activate a supporting character.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
Got
I
it.
should. I don't know what the rules are with the new rules on supporting characters. So,
Well, then maybe what we can do there is,
Van Dyer doesn't have a character in that scene.
yeah, Van Dyer can be Froten, and Froten can assist Solak. Let me just do that.
Oh, assisting.
All right. Well, if we're gonna activate him, then let's
activate him.
yeah. Let's see.
Last time we activated him was September of last year.
Yeah.
And we can improve. We can give him. He's got 3 talents, 3 focuses, and 1 value. His daring is 8, and his engineering is 4, which is pretty good. We could give him a new talent that could help us with this, or we can give him a new focus that could help us with this.
I think if he's assisting, then a focus would probably be more useful.
Yeah.
Because I don't know many talents that trigger when you're just assisting, except for some of the command talents.
Yeah.
Um,
He's good with repairs, warp field dynamics, and power systems. That's his those are his focuses.
What if we gave him a focus? And we don't want to think too narrowly, but what if? Let's see what Archambault has.
Shield modulation, or shields. You can have him focus on that because it relates to what we're doing right now, and I don't think we have any other engineer characters. Like Archambault has a focus in deflector systems. We don't have any characters that have an engineering focus in shields.
That's a good idea. Another possibility would be a focus in R&D, so that we had a kind of a creative builder kind of guy.
Research and development.
Yeah.
Van Dyer, since you're going to play this, what are your thoughts with this? Like, again, this is like a focus for him. Like right now, his focus is on repairing warp field dynamics and power systems. So he's good at repairing stuff. He understands how power systems work in a ship and how warp fields around a ship. Right.
Well, this is like, I think covering places that we don't have covered is probably the best idea and the best use for him.
And then from a character standpoint, if he's like a research and development kind of guy, he's like a thinker. He's always looking to try new things, right?
Mhm.
That could be like his character element, that he's like interested in trying new things,
Always experimenting.
always experimenting, modifying, things like that. Yeah, why don't we say that? We'll say his focus is in research and development. I'll update the note that we've activated him.
Oh, I just did that.
Oh, I just put it in the notes is what I do. Oh, you did.
Oh,
Never mind. You did it. I see it now. I see it now.
Now,
Okay.
hopefully, it'll actually be in there.
It's
I
there.
Keep forgetting
I see it.
I keep forgetting to do that. Activating their tokens from the. Let me make sure it's in here. Okay. Sometimes if you double click on the token and make changes, it won't save to the actual permanent character sheet.
So Solak and Froten will modify the probe with Solak as the primary and Froten assisting.
Okay. Well, give me a roll. Difficulty 2
What
to
is-
set up the trait, and then if you're wanting the probe to survive, you're gonna have to probably up the potency.
What do I need to roll?
I'm looking at it now on my end. If it's a difficulty 2, I'll roll 2 dice and you'll roll 1. I
Okay.
could buy a third die with threat, but I won't be able to activate cautious engineering because that's only activated with momentum.
You might want to try to generate some momentum here.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Because we need momentum to up the potency.
Up the potency. All right, yeah. So I'll buy a die with threat. And I guess I'll roll 3. I mean, I'll roll 3 die, and then I think the only focus here, maybe GM, is reverse engineering. But I don't know if you'll take that.
Sure. You're technically reverse engineering the probe. You're picking parts out of it and then slapping it back together to do something else. Well, to be something slightly else than what it originally was.
Yeah. All right. So 3 die with a focus, daring engineering. And Mr. Froten, you roll 1 die, daring engineering. And
Dairy
GM,
engineering.
and would you accept research and development as a focus for him for this?
No, not really.
Okay.
Because you're not really researching anything.
Fair enough.
Oh, but he's a badass.
3 momentum gained. You
Wow.
can only have the probe at 1 potency though.
All right, so how many momentum do we need to up its potency?
It's
By 1?
2.
2? Okay, we'll give you 2 momentum to up its potency.
Okay, so potency of 2. Got it. All right, I will come back to you guys. I'm gonna go down to 50,000 leagues under the sea here with with the away team.
Yep. And the security system that's just been activated.
Nox. Security
Yeah.
system has been activated. Red sirens are announcing the artificial intelligence, which changed from this once beautiful picture of the star system, has turned into this, almost oppressive looking artificial intelligence. And out of what seems like little doors and gates, you see probes come flying down.
It's never good when probes are involved.
All right, we are technically in combat. So,
And everybody knows this because they can see the big red guy and all that stuff, right? I'll call it
Yeah.
out. Yeah, security activated.
everyone knows. Like there's sirens. The AI announced, intruders, command level, unauthorized access. So yeah, we are gonna enter combat here. Should probably get us some music going.
Bum bum bum. Sorry.
You can't say that's not appropriate.
I'd help, but even in a minor key, I don't think anything on a banjo is really combat appropriate.
Okay. So yeah, you guys get to go first.
GM, are these two within close range of each other for an area attack?
Yeah. All right. Would you like to go first?
I would. And I think I'll charge for area and do the shoot against these two.
Okay. Control security difficulty 2.
Take one of those threats, I think. We'll see what happens.
Oh.
Gain 2 momentum. You fire your phaser. Striking the one. You wish to spend a momentum to hit the other one.
Yep.
All right. As both kind of start to short circuit. But yeah, they both go down.
Nice shooting.
Do you wish to keep the initiative or?
Probably a good idea because while
Yeah.
Vogel's in pretty good shape, the other two of us have our heinies hanging out in space, metaphorically.
Yeah, let's keep initiative. Let's see if we can do that. I can't remember. We had just adjusted the communication thing, so we were both standing by the same console.
Now, anybody here have quick to action?
No.
Not me.
Talent. Hold on. Let me look here. I don't believe so. No, I don't have quick action. Quick to action.
Well, it's 2 momentum to keep.
Well, consensus. Go ahead and spend it.
Yeah, we already decided to keep the initiative. And since you're security girl, I suppose that you should go.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit these two here. I'm gonna do the same thing, so I'll just move past him slightly.
They're
and,
not. They're not in close range.
They're not in close range.
Yeah.
They're not lined up at all. Okay. If I make any modification to my position, does that give me
No.
ability or? Okay, great.
What
Then
about the
I'll-
other two? Are these two close enough?
No. They're just far apart enough.
Okay.
Stupid AIs.
Damn AIs.
You can never trust the
Okay.
stupid thing.
Control and security. Let's see. And I have hand phasers as a specialty. So
Which one are you targeting?
I'm going to target the closest one to us. This guy right here.
Okay.
So let me go to perform task using focus, and I'm not using a determination, and we are out
Control
of
security
momentum.
difficulty 2.
Okay, diff 2. Trying to see if I have anything else that applies. Okay, I think that's it. Here we go. Okay. That should be 2 successes exactly.
Three.
All right, you gain a momentum.
Okay. It looks like somebody put that up.
All right. Do you have like fire at will? You do. You can spend a momentum and shoot another one, but it'll
I'll
be
do
at
that.
difficulty 3.
Yeah, I'll do it, and I'll spend the 1 momentum for an extra die. So
No.
Well, it
It's
costs the momentum to fire at will.
yeah, you are correct. Yes. Okay, I'll take a shot at it. And using focus. Roll
Don't be afraid to
die.
give some threat.
Yeah, I should have said that.
you shoot the other one and it manages to sort of dip and your shot goes wide.
Okay.
Okay, turn passes to them. This one is down, so this one's going to move here as it's flying.
Okay.
Oh, I made a mistake. I gave him hyper agile, which means they're increased difficulty to hit. Oh well. Should be diff 3. Anyhow,
They
they
just woke up. They're a little sleepy.
yeah.
The program for Hyper Agile just activated.
The one senses Nox as a threat.
Okay.
I will spend a threat. Roll a third dice. Oh, I forgot to do that. Sorry, I am. And it misses. As it narrowly goes past you. It's back to you guys.
Well, I guess no choice but for the doctor to make to take his turn. think I will use my miner to aim. And this is the one that just shot at Knox, right?
Yep.
So I will shoot at this one.
Okay.
Let's see. Control, security. The doctor also has hand phase as a focus. I will give you a threat for a third die. And fire away.
Yeah. It is difficulty 3.
And he hit it.
You hit it. As it sparks fly and it drops and falls to the ground and starts rolling around. I believe that's all you can do, unless
Yeah, no momentum, so
No way to buy the.
and this one is down. So you were the last to go. It is the drone that's currently standing.
Okay.
It's going to take aim at Nox again.
poor Knox.
Poor Nog. This is all because she's a Scotswoman.
It's good an excuse as any.
It is.
It's gonna target folk or essentially use its miner to aim. However, it is using its corrective algorithm to try to make sure the shot goes right. Get a threat back. And that one actually hits you. Do you wish to avoid?
Yes. But not in such a way as Vigo gets hit, because that's bad news.
No, it technically went for you. It will just go past you. However, it will cost you 3 stress.
Okay. So I'm going to drop 3 stress off of my.
As the shot goes, you narrowly dodge this quick pulse that was aimed at you. And now it's any one of you guys to go.
Knox, shoot it
Still
back.
in custody. Yeah, please do.
Yes,
Knox.
Knox, shoot it back.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my last stress removed. It's not being friendly. I was down to 5 from. So okay, I'll shoot back, and I will take a threat for a die, and I am using a focus.
You have your minor.
It's difficulty 3, right, Dan?
It is difficulty 3.
And I'll use my minor to aim.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. And
Damn, Knox.
Gain a momentum
okay.
as you squarely hit the drone. As it rolls, hits the table and bounces, ding, 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 and rolls to there. For now, we are out of combat, but as the AI announces, intruders, first wave unsuccessful, preparing second wave.
I'm going to say something back to the AI. I'm going to go, wait, we're not here to harm your facility. In fact, we're trying to help your injured ship, which we've identified the location of outside the system. Your users are not here.
Error.
I would like to pause.
Intruders attempted to shut down facility while crucial repairs are currently underway.
For a reason. And if you let me talk, perhaps we can come to some kind of agreement.
Security programs will continue to initiate.
GM, all these computers have been locked out, if I remember correctly.
Correct. Yeah.
Is there any way to try to regain control of one of them?
Give me daring plus engineering, difficulty of 4 to beat the lockout.
Jeez. Is there could I potentially use determination for mission directive? Kind of like save the crewmates.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll give you 2 threat and use the momentum then.
Nice.
Gain 2 momentum.
Nice.
You managed to bypass the lockout and you're able to get into the system.
All
Alright, I'm
But while that took you some time to do that, more drones appear.
That's right. These are probably the upgraded models.
No, there's just more of them.
Don't help, Knox.
Okay. Since we can see she's getting in somewhere, is there a way that Vigo and I could keep the drone's attention? Are there any headed for her, I guess is the question.
You could presume there is.
Okay. That's what I'm going to point out to Vigo that we should target. Like one of us covers area and the other person covers.
But we are going back into combat.
Okay.
So you guys get to go first.
DM. Do I think I could quickly cancel the alert?
Potentially. It will be in a post test, though.
I think I'm going to have to do it.
So do you want to go first?
Oh, I'm setting difficulty. Okay.
Well, no. Do you want
yeah.
to go in the
Yeah, yeah.
initiative first in the initiative order?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
'cause
if
she's
this is
successful,
successful, I might
then-
be able to cancel all this.
Then the day is saved.
So yeah, Vogel will go first.
So it's all on you to save the day, Vogel. No pressure.
Okay. I have to roll. So why not? I am going to spend some threat. Oh, that's not good.
Whoa.
I get to re-roll 1 dice at least. Jeez. Terrible roll. Good job, AI. Well, apparently the AI is more concerned with using the drones against your comrades, so your difficulty is 2. That is going to be a. Why did it roll command? It's supposed to be engineering.
commanding the drones?
Well, it wouldn't make that much of a difference. Yeah, no, it wouldn't make a difference. Your difficulty is 2. daring engineering.
Just 2, you
Go,
say.
go, go, go. Sorry.
Take a threat. I'll use the 2 momentum. Xenolinguistics wouldn't help out in any way here, would it?
No. I mean, I would take like security protocols or something along those lines. Like
Yeah,
technically, this
I
is
don't need to start
engineering
from
or security
protocols.
roles, so or programming.
Yeah. I'll just maybe seeing if being able to read the language would be helpful. But I
No,
don't think I would.
yeah, no. You already have like a translation in place, so
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll just roll the 4 dice.
gain of momentum. There's a complication though.
I do not think I could do anything about it. So complication stands.
Okay. You managed to gain control. I'm assuming you're shutting down the drones.
Yes.
You locked out the AI's function for the complication. You managed to lock out the AI from controlling the drones for combat purposes. The drones stop and they eventually go back up as we're going to exit combat, assuming no one shoots, right?
If all the drones are down, I'm going to hold fire. I'm going to check fire.
However, due to part of the complication, you couldn't end the lockout, and the security door is still. The door getting out is locked. But the drones recede back up into their complex, and the AI is confused and doing a systems diagnostic check.
I think I was able to buy us some time. I was able to get it to cancel the combat drones, but I can't get the door open.
Excellent work. Let me come over and take a look. That was really good, Sarah. I'll take a look at the control panel and see if there's anything I can do to assist, or if I can get the door open, or at least give Red AI and Angry something else to deal with in his computer system.
Lieutenant Knox, sir.
Yeah.
As long as we have control of the system, do we need to shut it down so it doesn't destroy the colony?
Yeah, that's got to be our first priority. Out of character, hadn't we already done that last session, or were we just?
You were
still
attempting
opening?
to shut down the facility,
Okay.
but currently the security doors are locked. You can't even leave the room, and a lot of the consoles are still on lockdown. You would have to override each console to gain access to it.
What console are we on right now by Vogel? Where Vogel is at?
Vogel is bypassing, using this console to bypass to essentially try to control the drones.
Okay. Then I think the wisest thing at this point, if I'm going to make a engineering roll, is to see if I can open up and gain more control, right? Because then we could address both the safety issue and perhaps the security door. Can I attempt to do that?
You're trying to open the door?
No, I was trying to get more access to the computer system that she's opened up,
Well,
so that we could then
you have to
take
open up.
care of the door and the.
Right. Okay, but you have to unlock another console to do that.
Okay. I'm going to unlock another console then. That is my
That's
goal.
daring, engineering, or security difficulty of 4.
Okay. 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 Okay, so daring engineering difficulty 4. I'm going to go ahead and spend that momentum, and I'm going to add a threat.
You're
It'd
rolling
be 2
Now,
threat.
It'd be 2 threat if you're rolling 4 dice.
yes, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
And here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
You've unlocked this computer over here.
Okay.
What are you
Get
trying to do?
one momentum back.
No, it's diff 4.
One.
It was diff 4. So.
Yeah.
Well, first things first. If I can get that door open so we have egress, that would be great.
You have to end the lockdown.
Okay, then I'll attempt to end the lockdown then. And that's probably going to be another diff 4, right?
Daring, engineering, or security difficulty of 4. Complication range 3.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to be spending some more threat then. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go in on some threats. That'd be 3 threat to get up to 4.
Yes.
And I can't think of anything else to apply. My star cross doesn't apply to this particular situation, I don't believe. Okay, I'm going to attempt. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you got it. You managed to end the lockdown. AI now systems
Okay.
returning to normal
Oh, God.
as it.
Some great rolls, Knox.
You know, it's so funny because I roll crappy in other games like you wouldn't believe. Like, and this is the game where I get to roll well. It's as if all the luck stacks for this one.
Yeah, all the computer terminals turn back to normal. Vogel, you notice that the drones are returning, building the materials needed, and currently moving them to what appears to be a small transport in the facility.
Okay.
It looks like the lockdown's
Now-
over and it's returning to normal function, but it looks like it's starting to load up a transport ship.
I suspect those are the parts that it's been constructing here. Did the main door open? Is the main door now accessible so we can get out
It's
if we have
unlocked. You can leave at any time.
to? Okay.
Unless the
Yeah.
lockdown re-engages.
Right, which means we need to do what we need to do fast. We need to shut down or at least put in standby mode the parts of the base that are causing the tremors. Correct,
The
Gio?
base
was
is
what we
currently
came
not causing any tremors at this time. It caused a tremor when inactivated. Captain, your last
Ah.
orders were to completely shut down this base. That's what
Okay.
triggered the lockdown security alert when you attempted to shut down the base.
Can we get communications up again?
Yes.
Okay.
In
See
fact,
if we'll test.
you're going to attempt to contact the Navajo again?
Absolutely.
Okay. On the bridge. Ensign, I forget. Yeah, Ensign Johansson says, Captain, engineer reports the probe is ready. And just then, you get and she goes, stops. We're getting communication from the surface.
Put it on screen.
It's audio only, sir.
Aye,
I'll
Captain.
take what I can get.
We are still in the control room, but we have a problem. I was able to shut down the security defenses they activated when we attempted to shut the whole base down. So there's some kind of underlying protocol that activated security when we attempted to do that.
Is everyone all right down there?
Yes, we got in a firefight, but we're good.
Firefight with what?
Defensive floating probes.
Well, don't forget to bring me a souvenir.
I will.
Have you been able to determine the purpose of the facility down there?
Yes, it appears to be loading a transport shuttle, and that loading has been completed. So there is the slim possibility that fulfills the AI's duty, and we might be able to put the facility back in a sleep mode. Sarah, any feedback or ideas on this?
I mean, it sounds as good a guess as anybody that it might return to its dormant state after it finishes its task.
I could
So
try.
what was it loading a shuttle with? Do you know?
Starship components, sir. To fix that Cealythan cruiser that I sent to the Navajo a while ago. Sent the coordinates to, rather.
All right. Do you think the facility has sufficient power to launch that shuttle without setting off another seismic event?
That's something we should be able to determine. GM, I'll look at the panel and see if I can adjust it to give me that data. That should be.
You believe it has efficient power to launch.
Once it's launched, we might be able to convince the system to go into a standby mode now that its primary mission has been fulfilled. I can't guarantee that, sir, but it's a possibility. At least it's a step in the right direction.
All right, out of character, Prone's going to ask this question only because he doesn't think they answered it for him the last time during their last communication. Was there some sort of signal between the facility you're at and the Cealythan vessel requesting repair or
I
something
think
of
we
that
answered
nature?
that last week. I think that
did.
vessel sent the signal to the station
It did.
requesting repairs.
Rather than trying to shut down the entire facility, which appears to have put you and your team in danger, Lieutenant Knox, would it be possible to disable or shut down its communication system? Perhaps if it is unable to receive transmissions from other Cealythan vessels, that it won't trigger, won't act to generate parts, which would, at least in the short term, prevent another seismic event.
I think that's more viable. It's a specific system rather than a larger multiple systems all requiring to go down. I think that's very viable, sir. I can figure that out.
Very well. If you can do that without triggering another security alert, do so. And then let's get back up here.
Okay.
I would like to get out to that Cealythan vessel before anybody knows it's out there.
GM, is there a possibility to check this computer's order of tasks to see what would happen when it finishes its job?
Insight engineering difficulty 2.
Thank you.
I kind of want to know the answer to this. Take 3 threat.
I kind of want to know the answer to that.
I have no idea.
Boom!
And suddenly Roy Clark pops up out of a cornfield, starts seeing
Holy
gloom,
crap.
despair, and agony on me.
Look at it
Does
this
the
way. You
roll
got
stand?
the roll out of the way.
Does the roll stand?
Yeah,
Do you wish to succeed at cost?
I don't have determination. Oh, you know what? I will.
Okay.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Looking at
Is right.
everything there, I'm actually going to take some of those as threat, to be honest. Why not? You notice that the order, once it's finished, the facility will remain online for a short time to ensure that its repairs are complete and then return to standby mode. You do notice, however, if it were to return to standby mode, it could cause seismic unstable activity as a fissure has opened up.
If it goes back into standby mode.
Correct.
Lieutenant, I think we might have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I was going over the work logs here, and it looks like at the end of its cycle, it's going to remain operational to ensure that the repairs have been completed. But after that, it's scheduled to put itself back into its version of sleep mode. But it looks like it might open up a fissure that could cause more seismic activity on the planet's surface.
Okay, let's see if there's a diagnostic mode we could put it in temporarily just to buy ourselves some time. GM, would that be possible? I'll go over and look at the data she's pulled up for.
So you want to have it run a
Sequence.
full level 5 diagnostic procedure that you think would maybe take hours, if not days, to complete? Self-diagnostic?
Yes. And hey, that's no surprise. It just activated and did all this work and all this great stuff. And there was
Control engineering difficulty 2 to set
Just
that
make
up.
sure, such a mode will not cause it to create another seismic event.
Yeah, let's make sure that diagnostic mode doesn't it shouldn't, but let's check anyway.
Well, it has to maintain, be online, and use power. So, and go through
But that
this.
should not. But that shouldn't activate a fissure, though.
No, it already activated the fissure. It's just it's maintaining certain systems, essentially, that keeps it from.
Oh, okay. GM, are you saying that as long as it's active and drawing power, it's kind of controlling the reaction of the fissure?
Yeah.
But once it stops doing that, it'll become a problem. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. that's the conclusion I'm at too, Captain.
I agree, sir. Okay, you said control and engineering, right?
Yes, difficulty 2.
Okay, diff 2. I hate to do this, but I want to make sure we get this one. I'm going to spend 1 threat, so at least I got 3 dice going. And that's all I got. This is the best. Do you guys want me to spend, because we're at 19 threat.
It's fine.
Do you guys, okay. Here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Okay. Of course. Yes, there we go. So 3 successes, but there's a complication.
Does the roll
Yeah,
stand?
3
We need those 3 successes, so yeah, I think the roll stands.
I
Okay,
don't think you have anything that can re-roll it. So
gain a momentum.
Okay.
You don't trigger anything, but you thought this might, give you like a day. No, this level diagnostic it should have it completed within 12 hours.
Hey, it's more than we had before. So, sir, we've got 12 hours with the facility in a diagnostic mode.
And then it'll go into standby and set off another seismic event.
Correct.
We're gonna need a more permanent solution than that.
Yes, we do.
All right, take all your scan. Well, collect what you've got and get back up here.
Okay.
So you're heading back to the
Johansson,
ship?
Yes.
Mr. Johansson, is that probe still ready?
Oh, is she? Yes, sir.
Launch the probe. Make sure its communication frequency is encrypted, and have it send us updates every half hour.
Yes, sir. And she launches the probe. Um, uh, you head back towards the runabout. As the three of you are walking down the corridor,
I wanted Eat and Vito to pick up a souvenir for the captain.
you're gonna pick up a drone. They're
Yeah.
not real big. They're about the size of a beach ball, so they're just a little on the heavy side.
Sorry, I wanted to get that in there before we left.
As we're walking down this hallway, I'm gonna pull out tricorder and start scanning.
Tricorder comes up with nothing.
All right, I'm gonna trust the readings, but I'm gonna keep it on passive scan.
Okay. You guys continue going towards the runabout.
Yes.
Okay. After about an hour, you guys manage to make it back up to the ship without incident.
Okay.
Once the away team is back on board, I will order the helmsman to set a course for the Cealythan ship.
I won't. There won't be a roll for this. So you set a course for the Cealythan vessel. You engage your warp drive as you get away from the planet, and you arrive in about 40 minutes or so at a low warp speed. When you arrive on the view screen, you see a large, about the size of an Excelsior class starship. Kind of, you would almost think it's almost elegant. It's got large round cylinders mixed in with other geometry, but you can tell like there's lots of hull plating missing. It's extremely heavily damaged. You can see scoring from solar winds and whatnot. And the vessel appears to have been traveling. It still is currently traveling at a quarter the speed of light.
Where is its current course gonna taking it?
It's going to take it to the colony.
Oh, joy. Hell, match course and speed. Give me a scan. Let's have a look at this thing. Oh, and let me know if that underwater facility shuttle is scheduled to arrive anytime soon.
Has it lifted off, GM, or is it still there?
It's still there. It hasn't finished all the components yet. Technically, at its current speed, still has 6 hours to go to get to the essentially in orbit of the colony. So you could assume that it's either waiting for the cruiser to enter orbit, or it might dispatch the shuttle sooner than that. Either way, you guess around 6 hours. But yeah, to do a scan, it's reason science difficulty of 1, assisted by the ship sensor science.
Reason science, huh? Here, I'll take a stab at it since Vogel has to go. Mobile. I'll just roll flat since I got 2 dice for the ship coming. Unless I do that.
Come on with these complications.
Well, technically there's no assist from the ship. So
That's a terrible complication.
It's the roll stand.
The sensor panel on my command chair sparks and dies.
You know what? That's probably a good enough complication as the screen fails.
Mr. Knox, would you give us a scan of that ship? he'll send a message down to engineering to send a repair team up to repair his chair.
Oh, okay, you want to scan,
Reason science difficulty
and that you
1.
said reason,
Science.
science, diff. Yep, got it. And I have no applicable focuses. I'm gonna take add one thread, and here it goes, just in case. One success.
I'm almost scared to roll the ship here.
Gain
One
a momentum.
success. We got.
Woo. Smell of burnt arm hair as waves across the bridge. And Captain's chair barking at him.
Okay, for the sake of time, so Knox, you detect that the vessel has multiple hull breaches, multiple power fluctuations, and structural deformation. The structure is barely holding together. You could definitely see battle scarring that has across the hull, including also things you believe from natural phenomenon. There is also massive electrical distortions across the hull. The life support system is operating in certain limited sections of the ship. The warp drive is offline. One of its warp nacelles is destroyed, which the scans show that it came from an overload at some point. The ship is a flying wreck.
Those areas with life support, are they deep inside? Like they might be
Yeah.
preserving something or someone? Okay. I'll bring all this up so that people on the bridge can access it. And I'll read off the report.
Roseville, look at the report. I'm going to guess no life signs.
Well, the ship is making somebody made an effort to keep some life support going. That could be random engineering chance, or it could be intentional.
Could be running on automated systems as well.
From the technology I've seen, automated systems seems to be something that they like. And if an automated system was making this much effort for life support, there could be something to that, sir.
Mr. Van Dyer, feel like are you in the mood to go exploring?
Always, Captain.
Very well. Take an away team over there. See if you can gain control the ship. If you can, I'm sure that facility y'all just left is going to expect it to be in orbit. But let's park it. Let's see if we can't get control of it. Park it above the magnetic pole of Gemulon 5. See if we can hide it from sensors there. We really don't want the Tzenkethi to find this thing.
Right.
It will be done. And I guess I'll start organizing a party. Who wants the party?
I'll be glad to join you, sir. Although I would suggest that we have Mr. Solok with him. He's more familiar with complete ship systems than I am, especially Xeno technology.
I do think Mr. Solok is an invaluable member of this 2B party.
And out of character, Vogel's player left, right? Did I understand Oh no, we still have Vogel's player here.
I,
Okay.
I'm mobile. I'm driving right now.
Okay. I thought you might be doing something. So, um,
So the three of us.
yeah.
Vogel's good with the sciencey stuff.
Do I have to?
Yeah,
We have to
but-
activate the transporter chief to beam them over.
I said early on, a long time ago, that no, you don't.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, I'll look over at the commander. Vogel was very effective at helping decoding some of the tech with her scientific skills. I'd consider adding her to the party.
And she loves going on trips in the transport.
Absolutely.
It's the captain bringing a supporting character.
I think we should.
I'm actually thinking of not, because if there are any complications in local space or aboard the ship, I still want to be able to play my character. I need to have at least.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
That makes sense.
All right. Yep. I guess this is the team we're taking.
Okay.
All right. Transporter chief informs you that, Commander, I have a corridor picked out for you. My question is actually, are you guys wearing environmental suits?
Yes.
Yes. Environmental
Indeed.
suits. Fits.
Okay.
At least I've got an engineering.
I just want to make sure before you beam over and you all suffocate.
And because it's a salvage kind of operation, I guess we're bringing engineering kits and
Yeah.
Engineering kit's standard, unless
And
I'm up for an engineer.
the standard.
Okay.
Should we bring transporter buffers?
Actually, that's really good idea, sir. I'd going into salvage is never good.
That is a momentum cost here.
What do you think, Van Dyer? Should we take transporter buffers?
That'd probably be a good idea.
Okay, we'll take them. We'll eat the momentum.
Just
I'm
to
trying to
cover
remember
all
if
of our
it's-
bases.
I'm double checking if it's 1 or 2 momentum. Okay. You're taking pattern enhancers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. 1
Or
momentum.
pattern buffers or something.
Well, pattern enhancers is the term, but okay. 1 momentum. This is also a scene change, so you go down on momentum.
Of course.
So literally the entire cast is beaming in. Didn't spread you guys out. You beam into a long corridor. You notice that there's a bit of a fog on the ground. Seems to be hovering You can tell that icicles sort of form along the walls as there's a bit of frost engaged, and you can definitely see damage on the interior of this vessel.
What were the captain's orders again with this vessel?
He wants us to park it above the North Pole.
And explore. But yeah, let's gain control of it so we can park it above the magnet. But basically, park it because you can hide stuff from sensors. in
Right. The magnetic
pole.
field. Yeah.
This vessel has been derelict for some time. The environmental controls seem to have been turned off.
I don't know what you're talking about, Commander. This weather seems fine to me.
But there's a possibility maybe these are the environmental controls for the aliens that inhabited this vessel.
I see a potential kinsman then.
In any case, if we are to move forward with the captain's orders, we will need to make certain that main power is online and is stable in engineering.
Agreed. Well, why
Should
don't
work with
you, Solak, and the lieutenant head to engineering, and the other lieutenant and I will head to the bridge and see what we can do there.
So Knox and I to engineering, you and Vogel to somewhere else.
To the bridge, yes. If there is a bridge. I assume
You
there's
mean
a bridge.
we're gonna split up and search the house?
Yeah, we're gonna split up, and you and Scooby are gonna go to the basement, and Daphne and I will check the main hall.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right.
be
Sorry, I had
careful
the-
of keep an eye
Whoa.
open for automated defenses. If
Yeah.
the station is anything like what could happen, we might find unwelcome visitors.
Very logical.
Also,
Thank you for the warning.
if either on our way to both destinations, if one group passes that area where life support is apparently working hard, that might be an interesting scan.
Okay. Give me reason con difficulty 1 for each group to try and navigate your way to where you wish to go.
Should probably let me roll that first.
Yeah, probably.
Do we have any momentum?
Nope.
Joy. Take a threat, and then if someone could roll 3 dice for me, please.
For reason con. I cannot roll for you.
I can. I don't see any applicable foci though.
I don't think so.
It's a long list. I should not be rolling. I should be grounded.
Wow,
for
you
the-
really shouldn't.
No momentum, but you did succeed.
You didn't. You
Uh,
did succeed. Didn't roll a
yeah.
complication. So reason con.
do we get cautious con with this?
It
There's
gave
no
you a threat.
momentum.
Give him a threat. I'm just gonna roll it straight. There.
Gain a momentum.
Nice.
Somebody's gaining momentum around here.
All right, we stay with the commander and Vogel. You manage to make your way up towards the bridge through damaged quarters and piping, and you do see um, the vessel. It definitely, you can see the view screen area is cracked. Your suit reads no atmosphere when you entered in, and all the consoles seem to be dead.
I'm gonna go to what looks like their con and see if I can bring the console online.
I'm gonna examine the surroundings and see if I can try and use theory of the design philosophy to sort of make sense of the bridge.
Uh, Vogel, you kind of look around a little bit. You go up to one of the consoles. I need a daring plus engineering to try and difficulty 2 to bring the console back to life.
Um, it might be a long shot, but my flight controller doesn't come into play to use my con, does it? I don't think this is engines.
No, it's not engines. You're not doing anything related to that task.
Okay. Worth a shot. You said diff 2
Difficult.
control engineering?
Yes.
All right. How much momentum we have?
1.
We have one.
One.
All right.
Uno.
I'll keep that in the bank. Use a threat, and if someone could roll 3 dice for me, please.
Daring con, right? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Control, I think.
No.
Oh, was it daring?
Con. No. Actually, no. Daring engineering.
Daring
Sorry.
engineering.
Difficulty 2.
All right, here goes. Hey,
That looks like a
redemption.
rolling.
pass.
Get the gain the momentum, and you manage to get the console back online. You see on this console, you see sort of a little flashing indicator light as you kind of open the translator. It just says, pending message.
Well, I definitely want to know what the message says.
Yeah, I think we have to play the message. What if it drives us maniacally insane?
Well, then it would be really fun.
I mean, there's a system for that. It's called
I say
Warhammer.
play
Hmm.
it. Nobody said they wouldn't want a little Warhammer in their Star Trek, okay? I've never heard somebody say that.
I've never heard anybody say that either.
So you play the
I heard
message.
someone say that Warhammer 40K.
Yes.
Oh.
This is Captain Vakel of the Cealythan. The Dominion have destroyed our homeworld. All colonies are failing. We carry 487 souls, civilians, families, children, scientists who oppose the War Council's decisions. We did not agree with enslaving the other species. We tried to stop it, and we failed. Now we flee with our lives and our shame. Setting course for the colony station Gamma 7. May we find refuge, or at least preserve who we were before turning fear. Sorry. At least preserve who we were before fear turned us into monsters. Entering Cairo sleep. Ship's AI will complete the journey. End log.
Would
Crew put
suspect
themselves
that
into
they're,
cryo sleep.
Yeah, I would suspect that did not go as they expected it to. I'm gonna scan to see what ship systems might still be active and working.
There's only one working console.
Okay, but yeah, like I want to know if I could find like a map of the ship or any like sort
Sure.
of.
Okay. Insight engineering difficulty 1.
Insight
And then-
engineering.
Then while he's rolling
Ooh.
that, GM, I'm just gonna look at the status of the ship's engines to see what kind of speed this thing can make.
Oh
I'm
no,
going
it's
to,
sublight.
sell you a momentum.
This is the fastest it goes.
That
In fact, it's
is-
running completely on inertia right now. So gain a momentum. Currently, the reactor room is still working. You can tell it recently fired back online. It has engaged. There are several panels that they've used to collect essentially cosmic radiation to power its batteries to keep the ship running.
Okay.
But a lot of the energy is diverted to a massive corridor, or well, 2 massive corridors that travel towards the engineering section. And with that, I am going to cut to Solok and Nox as you enter a large corridor and you find pods align the walls.
Let me guess.
How big are
This
those
is where
pods?
the port has been working.
We were having trouble hearing you, Knox. Sorry.
Hold on one
He's
sec.
only getting further away.
Sorry.
Come back
I went
towards the
to
light.
change out. I was changing out of my work clothes, guys. You know, my
Sure.
shirts and stuff. So yeah, this is where the life support has been working, isn't it?
This would seem to be where the crew of this vessel are in some sort of hibernated sleep. Solak doesn't have a medical tricorder, but I guess Solak will look at the sleep tubes to see if there's any life sign indications, like life readings that are visible on the tube or in a panel somewhere.
Yeah,
Give
we
me
probably
insight
bought
medicine or science difficulty of 1.
Do science. And yeah, I'm just going to roll it straight. Would you accept diagnostics as a
No.
bonus?
Here.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm just looking at a tube. I'll just roll.
Well, you make it. You made it.
Can
You look at the pod. As you kind of scrape off some of the frost on it, you do see what appears to be a humanoid. This occupant in this current one is male, from your estimated guess of their facial features. But they currently appear to be sleeping and it's been an animation. And from what you can tell in the diagnostic, this pod is working as intended.
Right. How many of these? I don't know if you need me to spend a momentum on this. How many pods are here in this particular section of the ship?
If you spend time to count it, I can give you the number, but it will take you a while. You could potentially make an educated guess.
Could I do a roll with my tricorder to scan to see how many there are?
Sure. Reason plus
Power
science. Yeah, reason plus science. Difficulty 1.
Science. Task. Great. And boom, my tricorder blows up in my hand.
Don't worry, I have one.
Difficulty stands. Difficulty
Okay, well, you
stands.
made it.
Or complication.
You take the tricorder, you scan it, and you detect well over 254 of these pods in this current location. Um,
54.
tricorder is having trouble reading on some of the pods. Do you think they're actually failing?
Am I able to determine which pods are failing based upon my tricorder?
Yeah.
Okay. I tap my comm badge and say Solok to Van Dyer.
Go ahead, Commander.
Commander, we have encountered 254 cryogenic life pods here in this section of the ship. This seems to be the crew of this vessel, or the passengers on this vessel, whichever one we do not know. However, some of these pods seem to be failing. Many of them are active and working, but some are failing. Do you wish me to try and repair them and keep them functional?
Hmm. Is that something you feel like you could accomplish?
If I do nothing, they will certainly fail, and the inhabitants of the pods will die.
Very well. Based on the logs that we've received in the bridge, these people seem to be enemies of the Dominion, which means they might be friends of ours.
Interesting. So you were able to uncover logs of them and their intentions.
One log so far, yes.
Well, do you wish me to try and repair the failing pods?
Yes. Do so with any resources you need to do so.
Acknowledged, Mr. Vogel. I will need your assistance. And what we'll do is we'll go to the pods that are failing and determine why they are failing by doing a tricorder scan of the pods.
Reason engineering difficulty of 1.
And I'm just assisting because he knows what he's doing with this stuff.
Okay. Well, still reason engineering
Engineering.
for the assist.
Okay.
One. This one you would take diagnostics for, right?
Yes, I will take diagnostics.
Uh, I'll take a momentum so that I can third die. Activate cautious because I know this. I'm also going to try and see if I can get some more momentum. It is reason engineering.
Correct.
And not bad.
And then you want my assist?
No, we don't. I don't need it. I'm good.
Okay, great.
Gain a momentum.
Roll 3 die. Got a momentum back.
You do see a occupant in this pod. The pod is definitely failing due to age. Um, it appears that several of its systems have corroded over time due to like stress of heating and extreme cooling. So a lot of the systems are, breaking down because of potentially expansion and contraction of the metals.
I tap my comm badge and I contact the ship. Solok to Navajo.
Go ahead, Commander Solak.
Captain, we have uncovered. I'm assuming, by the way, out of character, I'm assuming that the captain has been listening in on our communications and knows what's going on. Is that correct?
No, you guys never said you were
Okay.
contacting the bridge or the Navajo.
Okay. Then I'll say that. Captain, we have begun our exploration of the ship, and we have uncovered 254 cryogenic life pods here in the ship. In my attempt to try to repair some of them that are failing, I am noticing that the life pods themselves are so old and decrepit that it might not be possible for me to repair these devices. And some of the occupants inside of these sleep tubes could perish. I recommend that some of these individuals be beamed on board the ship, either into a suspended animation or directly into sickbay.
How many individuals are currently in danger of being killed, Commander?
GM, how many? I would probably know that answer.
4 in this section. Your scans do show
There are
that there's
4 in
another
this.
chamber.
Okay. There are 4 in this section, Captain, but there is another chamber that we haven't explored yet.
Out of character, GM, what is our current? I'm trying to think of the word. In my back of my head, I heard the word. How many stasis pods chambers do we have
200
aboard?
oh,
No,
stasis
on the
pod.
Navajo.
Yeah, yeah.
I assume Starship medical bays have at least some uh, in case of emergencies that require that sort of thing.
It's a narrative thing. I don't think you're going to have enough for the entire crew here of this ship, but you could probably scrounge up maybe 4 to 8 or more, maybe. But you don't have a lot. Starfleet
Yeah,
kind of did away with the
I didn't
whole
think so.
cryo sleep stuff.
And hey, this guy's
Yeah.
named Khan Noonien Singh. Is that a problem?
You know, if hostilities with the Dominion break out, we might need a
We might need
continuity
him.
thing.
We might need him.
Sure, send him up. You know what? We'll have him design starships for us.
Yeah, great idea.
Can't see that going wrong at all. Commander Sullick, is it possible we don't have enough stasis pods for that many, stasis chambers for that many? Can these people be safely revived?
In this particular atmosphere here, sir, there is no oxygen in this area. We are in life support suits. I think that their only way potentially of survival based on what we know now is to beam them over the ship. Not all of them, of course, but the ones that are currently failing.
All right, take the 4 that you've identified so far. They're in the most danger. Uh, contact contact the doctor and let her know that she's going to have inbound. They need to go straight into stasis. Uh, we'll see if we can't. We'll see if we can't use the holodecks to make up for our lack of stasis space.
Acknowledged. And Solok will do that. Contact the doctor, all of that kind of stuff. And basically, when they're ready, we can beam them over.
Okay. Um, you tag them, and eventually, um, the transport chief gets a lock and beams individuals out of the stasis pod.
And then I think we need to go into the other chamber and see which ones are failing in the other chamber.
Yep. Give me reason engineering difficulty 2.
Reason engineering difficulty 2. I'll take a momentum to activate cautious. And I'll use diagnostic again. So 3 die with a focus. Booyah.
Gain 2. In this section, you only spot 2 that are currently failing.
For the sake of time, I notify the captain of that. I think we determined that we can only have about 8, so this would give us 6, so that kind of fits within all of that. And then Solok will make similar arrangements with the doctor, tag them, so that they can be beamed out.
Okay. Take a journey to what to the reactor room.
Yeah, power room, engineering, reactor room, whatever works.
And eventually you make it into the reactor, essentially their engineering room. You hear, you don't really actually hear anything inside.
Stop rolling complications, Captain.
Hey, I got. That's why I spent the thread so I could activate my reroll.
Gain of momentum. So you arrive.
Gemulon sound.
So yeah, what are you doing in here?
All right, I think we're going up to the main reactor and we are seeing what the power levels are and whether or not this reactor is stable.
Power levels show that they are at absolute minimum. You do notice that the dilithium chamber is depleted. Like the crystals are all used up.
I'll use the tricorder to make a determination of how much longer this ship has power with limited dilithium.
Give me reason engineering difficulty of 2.
Engineering, taking momentum, so I'm cautious. Would you take diagnostics for this?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to fish in honor of Vogel. I will fish.
Come on, complication.
No, we can blame Vogel if there's a complication. No, there is no complication. Thank you, Vogel.
Gain
There's
2.
complicated.
I don't know why I
As
just sounded like Macho Man there.
It's
Oh,
good
yeah.
Vogel.
as you begin working through on the system and trying to figure out, you notice that it is perfectly capable of generating fusion in its fusion reactors. However, the issue for the reactor is several of its conduits are burnt out, so it'll be unable to deliver power to the rest of the ship. Currently, the ship is running on emergency backup batteries, which is resupplying using several solar collectors, essentially collecting solar radiation to rejuvenate those batteries.
And how long will those batteries last?
At current estimates, it will last roughly 10 hours.
10 hours. And you were saying the conduits have burnt out, and therefore the reactor is not able to provide power to the rest of the ship because those conduits are burnt out. Right?
Correct.
Got it. So I tap my comm badge and I communicate this information to Commander Van Dyke. And I essentially tell the commander the vessel has 10 hours of power left based upon its current batteries.
Hmm.
It would seem that we discovered this vessel in the nick of time.
Convenient. And I suspect that the life pods will begin failing when the power goes out. Or
That
cryo,
would
or
be the
however.
logical outcome of a power failure, sir.
Is there any repairing it or any means to extend the power?
We could try to replenish the battery power ourselves by providing additional power. I could try and repair the conduits. We could potentially manufacture something. Or there is the possibility that we simply beam the life pods off of the ship onto our ship and use the ship's power, our ship's power, to maintain them.
Do you have the space for such an endeavor?
We could make space in the cargo bays for 250 or so of these pods.
It's
It
more.
can be done. Oh, there's more than 250.
Yeah, that was the one section. There's almost 500 pods.
500 pods. So basically, with thinking, he would know this. Thinking of the cargo section and everything like that, would there be enough room in the ship for us to facilitate? And do you need any
Um,
momentum? It's like,
yeah, you have to spend a momentum on that.
okay, I'll leave it.
Technically, if you were to use up 2 of the ship's shuttle bays plus several of the cargo bays,
Cargo.
you might
Yeah.
be able to, but it will induce a heavy power drain on the ship to maintain them.
And Solok conveys that he goes, it is possible to do, but it would be a significant power drain and it would be a significant effort.
Additionally, we don't know the means of these people and whether or not they would be hostile. And beaming close to 500 hostile individuals aboard the Navajo might not be a great idea.
I would imagine that security would not be too happy with that arrangement.
I'll clear it with the captain and see what he says.
Commander, it
And
might be based upon this. It might be more logical for us to try to repair the power system here, so that way the ship can at least maintain power for the life pods, or sorry, for the cryopods, while we maybe potentially tow the vessel to safety.
that sounds like a good idea. Get to work on the power system. I'll speak to the captain about towing the vessel, and then we can figure out the cryopods if it becomes a necessary arrangement.
Acknowledged.
Uh, Commander Van Dyer to the captain.
Prone here. Go ahead, Commander.
We've run into a few situations. I'm sure Solok has made you aware of the cryopods aboard the vessel. We're going to attempt to conserve power as much as possible to be able to keep them operative as long as possible. So if you could use the Navajo to potentially tow us to the North Pole, that would allow Solok to begin work on the reactor core and preserve the ship's power for as long as possible. I am somewhat hesitant about beaming the cryopods directly to the Navajo as of yet, until we determine a bit more about the species and their culture and whether or not they would be hostile.
That is reasonable. When the Cealythan came here from the Gamma Quarter, they were perfectly willing to enslave the Tzenkethi people in order to defend themselves against the Dominion. Not a pleasant or desirable trait. Maybe they've mellowed. But
In
it
the
is a good
message, sorry, go ahead.
No, I actually want to hear. I want to hear what you had to say.
In the message we pulled from the computer, it did say that they had regrets about the enslavement and was something that they had a special disagreement on.
That is promising. Very well. Tell Mr. Solak to proceed. I assume did he express any concerns about the ship's structural integrity? I don't want
Nothing
to. I don't
about the
want to
ship's
pull it apart by accident.
Nothing about the ship's structural integrity yet. I will ask him to be sure. However, we may want to begin clearing out cargo bays and shuttle bays, just in case if we have to beam the pods over.
Always good to have a plan B. I'll get things taken care of on my end. Get Mr. Solak. we'll just open this communication up to a three-way call.
Yeah,
With,
that way.
with Solar. Michelle, this is Captain Perone. Do you have any estimates on the structural integrity of the Cealythan vessel and its ability to withstand being towed?
No estimates at this time, Captain. We will need to do an additional assessment of that. Our focus right now is on trying to stabilize the ship's power. It will fail in 10 hours.
Well, make that your priority. We'll handle the rest up here.
Acknowledged. Once we establish that the power situation on the ship is stabilized, we will then look into the structural integrity. Or back up. Here's what we can do. We can chew gum and walk at the same time. I will look into determining how we can stabilize the ship's power while
Um,
Mr. Knox does an assessment of the
so
ship's structural integrity.
real quick, you
I
do know there is the Cealythan facility is repairing to send up a bunch of repair parts for the ship.
Yes, yes, it
That's
is.
right.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
was also going to ask GM, where are we in our 12-hour window? I would assume it's like 2 hours in, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure everybody knows that. Just as a reminder, we have a 12-hour window on that facility on the diagnostic.
So this is the facility that's sending repair parts to this ship.
Correct.
Yeah.
And when it's
Yeah.
done with the diagnostic, it'll shut down and activate that fissure again, causing another seismic event. So,
Well, it'll quit
So
stabilizing that fissure.
you want to prolong its processes as long as possible.
So out of character, what are we wanting to do here? Are we racing against time to get this ship moving again? Is that the idea?
Well, even at its current speed, the GM said it was 6 hours from Gemulon, so we're still within our 12-hour window there.
mhm.
We need to. I think the lives of the people aboard are. I mean, we're Starfleet, so they're obviously a top priority. And so Solok is right about that, about getting the power stabilized. You're about to at some point in the near future, you're going to have parts to help you with that.
But we could
We're also
manufacture
probably
those
going to need to
parts.
send a.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say we can manufacture those parts using the replicator on the ship.
Yeah. So we'll have parts from two sources of parts to repair this ship, including some that are specifically made for this ship, which may be useful, give us an advantage. So we've got multiple tasks. We need to get those people's lives stabilized. We need to get this ship hidden. So we don't want the Tzenkethi finding out about it, because they'll just nuke the planet. So we don't want them finding out about that Cealythan facility down in the ocean either, or the Tzenkethi will want to nuke the planet again.
Right.
And so, and then we also need to find a way to stabilize that underwater fissure, so that when that facility goes back into standby mode, it doesn't cause another seismic event.
Got it. All right. Um, okay. So I think I know what Solok and Nox are going to do, which is stabilize or make sure we have more power for the ship. No, we have 10 hours. So if we've got 10 hours of this now, again, this is out of character, Captain. Is the thought here is that we would potentially tow the ship to the planet that it was going towards? Is that the idea?
Yeah, because it was headed for the
Okay.
Gemulon 5,
Okay.
Gemulon 5 anyway. I just want to pick where it parks, put it in
Yeah.
geosynchronous orbit over the pole to try to hide it. It won't hide it permanently, but at least it's a stopgap measure.
Yeah.
Then the
At
structural
least it'll
integrity of
always
the
be
ship
there.
is then the structural integrity of answering that question is the most important thing right now because we've got 10
It
hours
is.
of power.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we would do next GM is we would just do an assessment of the structural integrity of the ship using the tricorders as
Well,
to
we can
whether or
use
not
the ship sensors to do that.
or the ship
Uh,
sensors. Yeah, the ship sensors is probably
And I think I'm going to try and pull as much information from the computer as I possibly can. Just we've got a good idea on like the facility below us and everything that's going on in here, and
And Vogel's going to apparently have a seat in the captain's chair.
This looks
apparently.
like it's part of the ship, so I'm just thinking this is the con.
That's the con chair. You sit down and you control it like in Stargate,
Stargate.
right?
Yeah.
Stargate chair.
It's the chair of the ancients. Got it.
Well, and ultimately, we may want to download everything we can from the computer banks, learn what we can about this ship, and then we may have to destroy it.
Yeah.
Yep.
To keep the
I imagine
Tzenkethi from finding out about it.
there might be some clandestine info on the Dominion in here as well that we might not have yet. Because I imagine
I'm gonna
imagine
be honest.
Starfleet on
You
the
guys are
Dominion is
forgetting
pretty.
something real quick. Just to let you know, this ship's over 1,000 years old. Just I'm letting you know that right now. It's 1,000 years old.
Well,
So
it might not be temporally relevant, but it might be culturally relevant to the Dominion and start and explain some of its structure and whatnot. Maybe? Question mark.
More
Let's hope
information
it's
is better than
the
less.
Let's
Exactly.
hope it's the Toyota model that it can turn over its engine multiple times.
But first things first, let's get the engine core stabilized, so that the stasis pods won't fail, and then from the Navajo, we'll we'll do another scan just to make sure make sure that the ship won't fall apart when we try to tow it, and as long as it's not going to fall apart when we tow it, then we're going to tow it into geosynchronous orbit over over the planet's magnetic pole, in an effort to hide it from at least long range scans.
for momentum, I will answer that because there were scans already taken on the ship in terms for its
I
structure
will give you
integrity
that
field.
momentum.
The vessel, its structure integrity, like the ship is relatively about to fall apart, quite literally. It is structure integrity is a mess. You think if you locked on a tractor beam and then tried to maintain speed, um, at this point it would probably fall apart. You think that you would have to wait until it gets into orbit before you would attempt to even lock its tractor beam on and move it at a slower speed.
Kind of let it get where it's going and then guide it into the
Yeah,
orbit we want it once it gets there.
because
That
right now it's traveling on inertia. So it's literally just drifting at this high speed. Like it pushed itself to the speed, and because there's no friction in space. It doesn't need
Right.
fuel to maintain
Mhm.
itself. So eventually, at some point, it is going to have to slow itself down. So
Which may tear it apart. Yeah, let's do that. We'll keep course and speed, and we'll wait until the last moment to nudge it into the orbit we want. Um,
Sir,
I
I have
mean,
a question. Can Navajo perceive whether that transport down there that was being loaded up, if that thing's getting ready to launch, then it does have parts on it. This AI might have figured out some of the key parts this thing needed.
I don't know. We had a probe down there to keep an eye on it.
I'm just wondering whether that transport is heating up for to exit the water and take to space.
Momentum for obtaining information to find out the status of that shuttle.
no, you lost contact with the probe.
Yay. Well, we'll keep an eye out for local space and try to determine that probe is coming. But at the moment, stabilizing the fusion reactor and getting this thing parked are our immediate priorities.
All right.
If it looks like that the stasis pods are going to collapse, if they're going to collapse, but if they're going to die on us, then we will start transporting individuals. Either transport them into our into the holodecks, or or transport their entire pods into cargo bays and keep them running. But let's go with Solok's plan to begin with, and get the fusion reactor stabilized and get this ship parked in the orbit we want it in.
All right. Sounds good.
Give me daring engineering difficulty 4 to try to get essentially power flowing back, like its main reactors back online and power flowing throughout the ship.
And I'm just playing engineer's assistant because he's the
Well,
pro.
yeah, you can absolutely assist me here. So I guess I'll take all the momentum so that I can or die, and then I'll have um, Nox assist me. And
Do you want
Now,
to
there's a
use
thing.
your?
She's kind of been
actually,
working with
actually,
technology.
yeah, I'm gonna use my determination,
Okay.
and the value that I can. Never leave a stone unturned.
I mean, no.
Yeah. Information is power.
I'm not really gathering information.
Yeah, I'm not gathering information. Logic is the beginning, but not everything. I really don't think I've got
I
a
don't.
value that
Yeah,
it matches anything here.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think you do.
Okay. I'll just roll the 4 die. I do, however, have a focus in repairs and maintenance, so
Yeah, I'll take that.
that should work. All right. So 4 die with a focus, daring and engineering.
Oh my gosh!
That's 3. I will roll that 19.
And then I can assist you.
Yeah, do much better. All right. Yeah, you're gonna have to get it for us, I think. Success
Okay,
4.
so this is control and engineering.
Daring engineering.
Daring and good. I'm better at daring. She seems pretty comfortable with power systems. It's what she did blow up. Okay. So I'm rolling just 1 die. Here we
1 die.
go. Let's see. That is a 0.
Roll
I
stand.
have.
We need a
Can I
success 4.
spend?
Right? Hold on.
Yeah. Can I spend for success? Well, how does
Oh,
that
no,
work
yeah.
with two?
Hold on. It's a success 4 that we.
Yes, difficulty 4. Does the
Um,
roll stand?
I think we want to succeed at cost.
I wanted to succeed at cost, GM.
You could try to get a reroll against mission directive.
Yeah, I guess
Okay,
I could try that. Is that something
that would
that
be
either one of
Yeah,
us
well,
could
Captain's
do,
main
GM?
order is to get main power back online on the ship, so I will take mission directive.
All right, which one of us would have to re-roll that?
No, you have to re-roll it.
You're the main roll, so
Yeah.
The main roll
So
has
you
to
re-roll
the
2.
main roller. You're the main roller, man. I'm just the assistant.
Am I re-rolling just 1, or am I re-rolling all
You can re-roll 2 dice.
2 die? All right, I will re-roll. Well, do I need to? Yeah. 2.
The 19s, it looks like.
Well, when the 19s became an 18.
Yeah.
There you
There we
go.
go.
Right on.
Gain 3 momentum. Solok character just get deleted.
He was
I was
so
about to
good.
say,
He zapped out of the universe.
Knox was worried because the fog got you.
Yeah, you managed with some clever engineering to get the main reactor and it hums back to life as the main reactors begin powering the system. Granted, the ship can't go to warp, but it is powering the majority of its systems once again.
And Solok taps his comm badge and says, "Commander, power has been stabilized on board the vessel."
Excellent work, Commander. What are the next steps that you're prepared to take?
Well, now that power is restored and we can maintain the life support for the cryo tubes, quite honestly, the next step is just to make certain that the ship is nudged its way into the orbit of the planet.
Understood. Let's get to work on that.
Out of character, I think that's basically kind of wait and see.
Yeah.
Well,
The ship is
you
too.
have main power. You have was a main power online, but you do have its reserve main primary reserve power online. So their fusion reactors are online, and it can power several things on the ship, not just its engines, but uh, potentially shields and other
Shield.
stuff.
All right. I think that's what we're doing here then. We're looking to turn I guess the idea here is we activate the ship's shields, which would improve its structural integrity. And then potentially we could tow the vessel. That's the idea. So Solak is going to tell Van Dyer and Vogel, uh, check to see if bridge control systems can activate the ship's shields, and that will improve the ship's structural integrity.
I will do so, and I will check.
Well, you can't lock the tractor beam on if the ship's got its shields up.
Well, then maybe we
That
can
is
turn the shield.
true, but we
Turn the
could
shield.
strengthen the structural integrity field.
Well, I think what we could also do is we could turn the shields on and then use the ship's engines to make it go faster. Could do that. Increase the
That
speed.
is true.
It is flying at its max speed.
Oh, it's at
That
its
is
max speed.
also true.
Never mind then.
No, for what the ship can handle.
What the ship can handle.
The engines are just a
unlike
suggestion
do
at
not
this
fire
point.
apart.
Sorry, would you say Vogel?
I was just saying the engines are a suggestion at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, if it's
are there thrusters to potentially slow this thing down in
Yeah.
case the tractor beaming that we're potentially talking about goes wrong?
Like, are you just trying to get the ship to not fall apart when you lock the tractor beam on?
Basically, yes.
Yeah, you would do what the captain suggested in the chat.
Oh yes. Reroute power to structural integrity in here.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good idea. We'll do that.
You're
Okay, you do that. Like, you just tell the computer power structure integrity field. There's no role
Boop,
for
boop,
it.
boop. And
Me,
does that like strengthen the structural integrity of the ship?
makes it more stable. So hopefully it
More
doesn't fall
stable.
apart when it slows down.
Got it. It slows down. Got it. We do that, and I inform Commander Van Dyer and the captain.
Good job. I will. We will endeavor not to tear the ship apart when we get to our destination.
Okay.
Thank you,
Meanwhile,
Captain.
uh,
Considering there are 4 of us still on the ship, we appreciate that. Sorry.
you're fine. Meanwhile, Johansson speaks up. Captain, we're receiving a message from Gemulon Station. It's they've stated that the long-range sensor probes has detected a Tzenkethi vessel headed for the Gemulon system.
Estimated arrival time of the Tzenkethi ship.
They estimate 4 hours.
That's not good. What's our arrival time at Gemulon?
We're still 5 hours out, sir.
So Tzenkethi are going to get here first. I'm back. Notify Admiral Gibson at the Gemulon station and request instructions.
Request sent.
In the meantime, Perone is going to command the folks in the lower decks to start clearing the cargo bays to make room for in case he has to empty that Cealythan ship in a hurry.
Johansson speaks up. Captain, how did the Tzenkethi know about... I'm assuming they know, sir.
We have to act in a way. We have to act in the assumption that they do, but I can't think of any other reason for the Tzenkethi to be headed this way. I have no idea how they would know unless they picked up the transmission from that oceanic facility. It makes it entirely possible that they've got long-range probe in the area, or someone tipped them off.
Or an array.
You know what? Dial up the long-range sensors. Let's see if the Tzenkethi have any probes or sensor arrays in the area. Let's see if they left behind something to spy on us.
Give me reason plus science difficulty of 3 assisted by the ship's sensor science. Complication range 2.
Oh, that's my reason science too.
You could give an order from one of the characters there, since you can't activate anybody right now.
Yeah, I mean, it would be an order from Perone to do it, but
So then you could give a control command order to Correa to do it.
okay, I will do that. I will give you a 3. You said difficulty 3, so I will give you both 2 momentums and a threat for 4 dice.
Ship says sensor science.
Now
You
where to
went
put the ship?
reason science. You did control command.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. That
Oh,
should
let's see.
be 5.
Oh, I had the perform task thing up when I switched, so
Yeah.
that should actually be 4 successes. That's 4 sensor science, 2 dice, no whammies. Almost a whammy, but no whammies.
Gain 3. So you gain 3. So you're up to 4 momentum. Captain, I am detecting a array around one of the dwarf outer planets in this system.
Cute. Well, that answers the question about how they found out. How quickly can we get all the stasis pods into our cargo bays and operational?
I'll answer that for our momentum.
Sure.
12 hours at a very fast pace. There's a lot of pods. So now beaming them over to the pods, that's a lot quicker.
Say that again?
You can beam them out of their pods, and that's a lot quicker. You can get that done relatively within an hour.
All right. From my trade I created earlier, do I have enough holodeck space to create what I need to do that?
You would have to run both holodecks.
Probably stack those inside the holodecks like if it was a sleeper ship.
Well, if you beam them out and beam them into the holodeck, they would still, you have to keep them medically sedated.
Right.
To keep them from waking up.
Now, they'd basically be in stasis pods. They would just be holographic stasis pods. Very well. The Navajo to Commander Van Dyer.
Go ahead, Captain.
We've got company coming. It's like the Tzenkethi left a listening post. It's somewhere in the system. They know there's a Cealythan ship. I'm going to beam all of the Cealythans out of their stasis pods and into holographic stasis pods in our holodecks. By the way, the holodecks will be off limits for a while. And then we're going to destroy the Cealythan ship. It'll take me about an hour to get them all aboard. Any last information you want to get out of their, you want to drain out of their computer systems, get it done quickly. Like Commander Saul, inform Commander Solik and Lieutenant Vogel, see if they can prioritize who we want to beam over first, and see if they have any additional suggestions. But I plan to get this done quickly. We're going to make a very big show out of blowing up this Cealythan ship.
Understood. And how do you want to go about destroying the ship? Are you planning on using the Navajo's weapons, or did you want us to detonate the core?
Oh, I plan to launch a full spread of photon torpedoes, Commander.
We could detonate the core and make it look like an accident. That way we're saving resources and saving face with the Tzenkethi.
I don't want to make it look like an accident. I want to the Tzenkethi. I want it to look like I am destroying a threat to their people.
Understood. I'll relay the message. Commander Van Dyer to Solik.
I mean, I think we can just assume that you tell me everything
Yep.
that.
Yep,
that
that's
we said.
easier. I'm gonna just start pulling files from the computer core, dated relevancy, just whatever was most recent in the computer core, just pulling that out first and going from there.
Give me daring engineering difficulty of 2. Complication range 3.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I have threat. I'm spending the threat. All right.
Those are your best stats.
We have.
Those are
momentum.
my best stats.
What was it? What was
Fine.
what's the role? Daring what?
Daring engineering.
You could use your determination if you.
I could use my determination, and then can I also buy 2 dice with 3 momentum? Actually, wait, what's the difficulty? You said 3?
Difficulty.
Difficulty 2. Complication range 3.
Hmm.
So if you
I suppose
roll,
then.
right,
If
if
you're
you
able
roll,
to use a determination, you don't have to roll any extra dice.
Yeah, that's true. Will you take good leaders get their hands dirty or prideful to a fault?
I'll take good leaders get their hands dirty.
Okay, very well. I will use my determination then.
You just set the dice roll to 2 and it should only roll 1.
Yeah.
Okay, you get it. You pull as much information as you can during that hour that the Navajo is starting to do transports.
And I'm just assisting.
And then once that
Whatever
hour's up,
needs done, I assist. I'm stepping away for a minute.
and once that hour's up, I suppose we'll just evacuate. There's not really anything else we can do. Unless Solak has any ideas.
I think we're gonna do what you just said. Like, once we beam all the people off and we've got the data, there's nothing much else we need to keep the ship, stay around the ship.
I'm just gonna make it one roll to beam everyone off, but this is gonna be a because you're doing this quickly. A daring plus engineering assisted by the ship's sensors plus science. A difficulty of 5. Complication range 3.
Who would do this roll?
Captain's trying to make a trait.
Oh.
Gain 1.
There
Sorry.
you go. I gave you an extra momentum for that. I mean, fishing is the captain's pastime.
You notice that the sensor array where it's at, it's on the other side of the system, so you think it has a really hard time detecting transporter activity to where it's at.
Very good. Thank you, GM.
Okay, I'm back.
So yeah, to beam him over, daring plus engineering, difficulty of 5, assisted by the ship's sensor science, complication range of 3.
So this would be the transporter chief who does this, right?
I believe all of you guys have activated playing your characters, so Solak, you would have to be you would be back on the ship to do the role.
Yeah, so Solak will do it on the ship. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do you want my assistance, or do you want me to stay over here?
No, it's fine. I think Solak can
Everyone's-
handle the beam.
I believe everyone's beaming back to the ship, to be honest, because Captain's
Yeah.
about to blow it up.
Yeah. So you said daring engineering?
Yes, difficulty 5,
Yes.
assisted by the ship's sensor science.
Difficulty.
And complication 3.
Oh yeah, and complication range 3.
Okay, I'll use my determination here, and would you accept never leave a stone unturned? Make certain that everything got beamed over accurately and effectively.
Didn't you use your determination earlier to
I
reroll?
did not.
To reroll?
Not. Oh,
Yeah, you
did I
did.
use the determination to
Yeah.
re-roll? I
You
did.
did.
I did. All right. Never mind then.
You
Okay.
can challenge a
Then
value, or you could do a callback.
how does callback work again? I'm
You have to
sorry.
call back to a log. Um, I know many of you guys did not write uh, log entries, so you would have to call back to a log entry.
I do.
I said many.
You
This
do.
is a
I
problem on the
she said
Akoski
many.
too. So this is also how you gain
Uh,
uh,
yes. Yes.
like milestones and whatnot. So
Um, I think the log that I would call back to would be a while ago.
did you do anything that's transport related that you spent determination on that's in the log?
Um, if so, it was so long ago I can't remember it.
The only other thing
Um,
you could do is challenge a value.
challenge a value. It's interesting. Um,
If you want to challenge logic is the beginning, but not everything. It is illogical to save a handful of people that could jeopardize war with the Tzenkethi that could kill millions.
yeah, possibly.
Just
I mean,
saying.
again, he's also following the orders of the captain, and uh, that's one way of going about it. Yeah.
Or
Um,
you could just gamble and roll all the dice. You are being assisted by the ship.
That is true.
um,
You'll get at least 2 extra dice.
no, it's true. But again, the more die you roll uh, with the higher complication, the more chance of a of a complication.
Yeah, unless
Um,
the captain wishes to give you his determination.
Well,
Captain,
I could hear him. He can't hear me with the triangles. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I will take the captain's determination if he is giving it.
I will give him my determination.
Thank you, Captain. So that'll give me that, and then I'll roll. So I'll roll 4 die with the determination, and we have the ship, right? That should be good, right?
Okay, so hold up.
I would think so.
Just remember, when you roll determination, you pick a dice to be the automatic one. So how many dice you're
Yeah.
rolling is you just need to roll, set the number to how many dice you want to roll. So how much are you? How much momentum and how much momentum are you spending? Are you just rolling 4 dice total?
Yeah, momentum.
So
Yeah,
you just
I'll buy one. I'll buy one die with momentum definitely, so that I can activate cautious.
and then you
If I
do
roll 3 die, I'm just asking the group this. If I roll 3 die plus I have the determination and the ship, is that enough? We feel that's enough.
You would have to pass every single roll.
What's the
Well,
difficulty?
5.
5.
difficulty's 5. Yeah, sheesh.
So I would buy
Well, you
2
get
dice.
Yeah.
you get 2 dice from the ship because it's sensors. And then whatever else you buy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
it's
buy.
you might
I'll
as well
buy.
just use everything, you know.
Yeah. I'll buy 2 die with momentum, and yeah. You know what? Just and so that'll make 4 die with a focus because I have transporters and replicators, and I'm using my determination. Okay.
Okay, what value are you using for determination spend?
I'm using the captain's determination.
Well, he's giving you determination. You still have to call a value to use it.
Oh, uh, never leave a stone unturned.
To transport some people out.
Yeah, like being very thorough with everyone that we're transporting off.
And they're all something that's different each time, like turning a stone and finding out what's underneath there.
I still don't see it. I mean, again, I'll take mission directive, but
Okay, then just I'll do mission direct. I keep forgetting about mission directive, by the way. Sorry about that. Just add mission directive to my values. Okay, so I'll roll 4 die with a focus and a determination using mission directive, and it is daring. I'm sorry.
actually, you just should have reserve power back because the scene changed. Never mind. Yeah,
And it's daring engineering.
daring engineering, difficulty 5, complication range 3.
Complication range 3. That's what. Why is it doing this thing? 3. Okay. Rolling. Hey, good thing I get to re-roll that 20. Five successes. Can someone roll the ship?
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, I got it. What is it? Sensors
Oh,
and
good. My dice, I'm doing good rolls tonight.
what is ship rolling? DM sensors and what else?
It's not sensors.
It's sensor science difficulty.
So sensors.
You roll 2 dice.
2 dice. Yep.
2. That's right. There we go.
Gain 2 momentum. And you are able to beam everyone out of those pots.
Woohoo!
Well done, sir.
I'll be making a log entry later. Just
I'm assuming everyone's back on board the ship at this point in time.
Oh yeah.
Taking an extended vacation while the ship blows up. Actually,
We left Knox over there. We wanted to see if she could survive the torpedo barrage.
I mean, she'll be in a survival suit, so maybe.
Oh, gee. And they just got main
Better
power
make
back
a
online on
really
that
good
ship.
engineering roll on that.
The fusion reactors are online too. I mean,
That's right. That place is gonna blow.
great announcement. Captain, the Tzenkethi are entering long range sensor range now.
Ours or theirs?
Both, sir.
Very good. Mr. Vogel, back us off to a safe distance.
Aye,
Mr.
sir.
Knox, once we're at a safe distance, target the Cealythan ship with a full spread of photon torpedoes and fire.
Aye.
you.
I'll start setting up that shot.
Make it loud, make it noisy. We want our Tzenkethi friends to see this.
Ah, yes. That makes sense.
Knox, you set up
Captain, we are the narratively appropriate distance away from the Cealythan ship. Sorry, roleplay.
that's fine. Knox, do you fire the torpedoes?
Yeah. Do you want me to roll for this,
No.
or are we just narrative?
It's
Okay,
narrative.
I will give you one thing for the narrative, though. To get extra boom boom on this, I'll act, since I would be using shipboard tactical systems. If I was rolling, I'd use the Star Cross right now, right? So I'm going to try to make that thing go up like it's the 4th of July.
Pew pew.
And you see the Cealythan vessel go up and a big just break apart, and the whole entire ship scatters.
Very good, Mr. Knox. Send a message to the Tzenkethi ship, thanking them for their warnings about the threat, the Cealythan threat.
Aye. I'll send that off, GM.
All right, send it off. Vogel, give me a insight plus con, difficulty of 2.
I'll use the momentums. Why not? I don't think I have a focus. I'm not really sure what this roll is for.
You don't have one.
Okay.
Hey.
Re-roll that 20. Insight's not my best. That's odd. Vogel will say out loud on the bridge.
What's that, Mr. Vogel?
Just as the Cealythan cruiser exploded, I could have swore I saw a blip on the sensors.
Location?
GM, can I tell what it was?
Oh, good lord! I hope it's not.
Or
the
make an
Cealythan
educated
shuttle.
guess? Hmm. Sorry, Captain. I don't know what this was. I'll run some sensor diagnostics and see if maybe it was a issue with the sensor logs.
Very good. And keep an eye out for that Cealythan shuttle with the parts for the ship that'll never arrive. Stats on the Tzenkethi vessel, have they turned around? Or responded to our message?
They have not.
hail them.
And with that, I think we'll bring the session to a close.